definitely seems, whether it's government-based. So whether it's talking about a strong leader that's going to come on the scene, or whether it's just talking about government, evil government in general, those are disputable matters. But in some ways, Satan will use governmental forces to attack and deal with Christians. And then we get the second beast. And the second beast is called the prophet. So we see he's more religiously based. And we must remember atheism is also a religion. So it can come from any direction. And once again, either it will be one evil leader, religious leader that come on the scene, or it's an evil movement that appears to be religious. And so we have these two beasts. And they work for Satan in persecuting Christians. Now there are two main ways to see them working. Either you say, well, none of this apply for the first 2,000 years of the church, and then this is all going to come on the scene, and suddenly the government is going to be against Christians, and there will be false prophet on the scene. They'll make life bad for Christians. Or you can see it as this is the way that Satan will attack Christianity all through the last days. So it's wave upon wave of Satan using governments and false religion to persecute Christians, culminating in a final event where it is at its worst, at its peak of persecution. And I think we can definitely say that it will be a worldwide event because it speaks about the whole world. It speaks about everyone being affected. So again, whether it is just a final event, we need to realize that what this passage is talking about, Christians have experienced through history. There have been many times when Christians were excluded from the economics of the country or the town because they were Christian. It's happening today in places in Africa. It's happening today in the East, Far East, where you're a Christian, so you can't do business. We're going to take your business. We're going to burn down your business. You have to run for your lives. But let us assume for today that we are dealing with a time that is going to come that will affect every single Christian. In a sense that you will not be able to go to a shop anymore and buy food. And you will no longer be able to sell either the produce you make or your services. In the sense, well, I do this for a work and they pay me. Sorry, Christian, you can't work for us. And so that's what we're dealing with. And so let's look at verse 16 and 17 that says, also it, the second beast, causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand or the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark. That is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This is not good. Whatever that sign is going to be, and that's not what we're going to speak about today, whatever the sign is that's going to be placed on you, this is not good for Christians. This doesn't present a rosy picture of the future awaiting for us, because this is associated with the worship of Satan. And whether it will be directly or deceptively, this is what's waiting for us. So what's going to happen is that when you get to the time, you will stand before two options. There will be the first option where it says, well, just worship the beast. Worship the image of the beast. And you'll be fine. Life will be fine. You'll be able to carry on living like you do. Do your business, sell your services, buy your food. Or you say, no, I'm a child of God. I'm not going to worship the beast. I'm not going to get the sign on me. And then they say, well, tough times for you. So these are the two options. What must we do when that happens? Before I answer this, test your heart. Test your heart and ask yourself, how do I generally react when things aren't going my way?